The golden age of piracy is back, and it's more brutal, beautiful, and bizarre than ever. From cursed captains to mermaids with a vengeance, the seas are boiling with new games that don't just look next-gen, they feel like a full-blown storm. These aren't your average swashbuckling adventures. We're talking about naval warfare so intense it rattles your bones, stories so twisted they blur the line between myth and madness, and worlds so massive you'll need a map just to stay alive. Some of these games look like cinematic blockbusters, others straight-up fever dreams, but all of them promise one thing: an unforgettable voyage. So batten down the hatches, raise the black flag, and sharpen that cutlass, because here are the top 10 new pirate games you need to play in 2025 and beyond. Number 10 is Rise of Piracy, developed in Unity, releasing in 2025 for PC. Don't let the Unity engine fool you. Rise of Piracy might just be the underdog sleeper hit of the year. This game brings back the gritty charm of old-school pirate strategy, blending base building, ship management, and real-time naval skirmishes into one addictive loop. You start with nothing, just a worn-down ship and a dream, but slowly rise through the ranks by trading, plundering, and upgrading your fleet piece by piece. It's not about flashy graphics here. It's about control, strategy, and surviving a world where the ocean is just as dangerous as your enemies. Think of it like a sandbox for pirate empire building. You'll need to manage crew morale, juggle scarce resources, and expand your influence across hostile waters. It's raw, it's tough, and it scratches that build-your-legend itch that so many modern games miss. And while it might not have the cinematic polish of the games higher on this list, Rise of Piracy earns its spot by doing one thing incredibly well: making you feel like the mastermind behind an outlaw kingdom. But what if you could go deeper? Not just commanding a ship, but controlling every decision from the captain's chair to the cook's rations. Let's move to number 9. Number 9 is Pirate Commander, developed with Unity, coming soon for PC. Don't let the Unity engine fool you. Pirate Commander puts you right in the captain's boots and dares you to survive. This isn't just about battles, it's about making the hard calls that keep your crew alive, loyal, and hungry for treasure. You'll be managing every detail aboard your ship, keeping food supplies in check, patching up damage mid-storm, navigating brutal sea conditions, and even settling disputes between your crewmates. It's like FTL meets the pirate genre, with a heavy dose of tension and no room for error. The Unity graphics are simple but effective, because here, the drama comes from the decisions. Do you chase a merchant ship and risk starvation, or play it safe and lose respect? Every choice matters, and the consequences come fast. This game's real strength is immersion. You're not just playing a pirate, you are the commander, and the sea won't forgive a single mistake. But if tactical stress isn't your thing, don't worry. The next game dials down the micromanagement and cranks up the chaos. Let's talk number 8. Number 8 is World of Sea Battle, developed with Sharp DX Toolkit, coming soon for PC. This one is a bit of a mystery, and that's exactly what makes it so intriguing. World of Sea Battle isn't backed by a AAA studio or flashy trailers, but what it does have is pure naval warfare, stripped down and dialed up. Built with the Sharp DX Toolkit, this project leans into a more old-school PC aesthetic, but don't let the visuals fool you. The real meat here is in the combat. You're commanding ships in real time, lining up broadsides, managing reloads, and coordinating fire from multiple decks in the middle of utter chaos. It feels raw, it feels real, and it captures the thrill of naval combat in a way that even bigger budget games sometimes miss. Every cannon blast has weight, every missed shot could cost you the battle, and when you pull off a perfect maneuver, it's chef's kiss. This is the kind of game that could quietly build a cult following, especially among players who love mechanical depth and tactical thinking. But if you prefer your pirate battles with a little more grit and a lot more firepower, stay locked in, because number 7 takes things up a notch. Number 7 is Sea Legends, releasing in 2025 for PC. This one doesn't hold your hand, it just throws you straight into the storm. Sea Legends is the most tactical, grounded pirate game on this list. Forget flashy spells or sea monsters. This is cannonballs, gunpowder, and raw precision. You'll be manning the deck, reloading cannons, calculating timing, and coordinating volleys like a true naval officer. Every shot counts. Miss your target, you're sunk. Literally. There's a brutal beauty to the realism here. The commands are crisp, ready, fire, reload. No fluff, just you, your crew, and the thunder of iron flying across the sea. It's not a game that relies on cutscenes or dialogue. It puts the experience in your hands and lets the tension speak for itself. Sea Legends is for players who want full immersion in naval warfare. It doesn't try to be everything. It just wants to be the best at what it does. And honestly, it might pull it off. But what if you took all that intensity and added a cursed captain with a talking head? Things are about to get weird with number 6. Number 6 is Davy X Jones, built in Unreal Engine 5 with a release date to be announced for PlayStation 5, Xbox, and PC. This game is unhinged in the best way possible. Davy X Jones throws traditional pirate storytelling overboard and replaces it with cursed mayhem, dark humor, and one of the weirdest protagonists we've seen in a long time, a severed, talking head named Jones. You're not just looting ships or chasing treasure, you're dealing with betrayal, revenge, and possibly losing your actual head along the way. It feels like Pirates of the Caribbean collided with Borderlands, then someone added a shot of chaos for good measure. The voice acting is sharp, the writing is bizarrely funny, and the visuals, full Unreal Engine 5 glory. It's chaotic, grotesque, and somehow still charming. A rare balance that makes this game feel like an instant cult classic in the making. It's loud, it's insane, and every moment feels like it could spiral into madness, in the best way. But not all pirate games yell in your face. Some just whisper one word over and over, and still get under your skin. Let's move to number 5. Number 5 is Crosswind, developed in Unreal Engine 5 and set to release in 2026 for PC. This game doesn't explain itself, it haunts you. Crosswind is one of the most cryptic pirate titles on this list, and that's exactly what makes it unforgettable. There's no voiceover, no clear narrative, just a rhythmic, pulsing chant of heat, heat, and somehow it works. It's surreal, hypnotic, and unsettling in a way that pulls you deeper with every second. Visually, it's stunning. Built in Unreal Engine 5, Crosswind looks like a dream unraveling at sea. Shimmering horizons, strange structures, and an eerie sense that something is always watching. It's the kind of game that doesn't hand you a story, it dares you to discover it. But maybe mystery isn't your style. Maybe you'd rather chase a legend, one that sings, lures, and sinks ships without firing a single shot. Time to meet the Sirens at number 4. Number 4 is Sirens, developed in Unreal Engine 5 with a release date to be announced for PC. Every pirate fears the deep, but in Sirens, the ocean doesn't just hide monsters, it sings to you. And if you're not careful, that song will be the last thing you ever hear. This Unreal Engine 5 title is drenched in atmosphere. Stylized visuals, haunting vocals, and hypnotic water effects create a world that feels more like a fever dream than a traditional adventure. There's no flashy combat here, just tension, mystery, and the slow unraveling of something ancient and hungry. You're not a swashbuckling hero in this world, you're prey. And the Sirens, They're not just background characters, they are the story. Whether this turns out to be a stealth survival game, a psychological thriller, or something entirely new, Siren stands out because it isn't afraid to be quiet, and that silence is terrifying. But maybe you're not here for fear. Maybe you want a classic pirate fantasy, full of flags, fleets, and the fight to rule the seas. Then number 3 is calling your name.
Number 3 is Republic of Pirates, coming in 2025 for PlayStation 5 and Xbox. This is what most people imagine when they hear pirate game. Republic of Pirates delivers the full fantasy. Epic naval battles, sprawling trade routes, coastal fortresses, and the chance to build your legacy from nothing but driftwood and grit. Set in a vibrant, colonized Caribbean, the game puts you in charge of your own pirate faction. You're not just a raider, you're a ruler. Form alliances, conquer rival territories, and decide whether to build a feared empire or a free nation of outlaws. The visuals are rich, the scale is massive, and the customization options look deep, from the sails on your ship to the very laws of your pirate republic. Think of it as Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag meets Total War, and that's not an exaggeration. Republic of Pirates is aiming to be the definitive sandbox for pirate domination. You don't just sail the sea, you shape it. But there's one game that goes even deeper, not just into the ocean, but into the soul of a captain's journey. Let's move on to number 2. Number 2 is Sea of Remnants, built on the Tide engine and launching in 2026 for PlayStation 5 and PC. Some games want you to fight, others want you to feel, and Sea of Remnants does both with haunting elegance. From the very first line, every voyage begins with a plan. You know this isn't your typical pirate game. It's poetic, cinematic, and deeply introspective. You play not just as a sea captain, but as a legend in the making, torn between duty, glory, and the cost of your choices. The game's visual storytelling is breathtaking thanks to the custom-built Tide engine. You'll sail across shattered archipelagos, uncover long-forgotten secrets, and wrestle with decisions that echo beyond the horizon. Gold and jewels? That's not the treasure here. It's the story, the one you bring back, and the one that becomes you. This isn't just a game about sailing. It's about meaning, legacy, and what it costs to truly live free. But if you want it all, the legacy, the loot, and the full-blown cannon-blasting action, there's only one game that stands at the top. Let's set sail for number 1. Number 1 is Corsair's Battle of the Caribbean, releasing in 2025 for PlayStation 5, Xbox, and PC. This is the one veteran pirate fans have been waiting for, the long-overdue return of a cult classic. Corsair's Battle of the Caribbean is shaping up to be the ultimate pirate adventure, blending rich lore, massive sea battles, and raw, nostalgic energy into one powerhouse of a game. A spiritual successor to the original Corsair's titles from the early 2000s, this new entry modernizes everything while staying true to its roots. You'll command legendary ships, duel rival captains, explore uncharted islands, and navigate the cutthroat politics of the Caribbean's most dangerous age. The scale is huge, the battles are brutal, and the attention to detail, from weather systems to trade economies, makes this more than just an action game. It's a pirate simulator with soul. But what really sets Corsairs apart is its confidence. It doesn't try to reinvent the wheel, it just perfects it. If you've ever wanted that classic Blackbeard fantasy with modern visuals and smart gameplay, this is it. Whether you're a longtime fan or new to the series, Corsair's Battle of the Caribbean is the captain of this ship, and it absolutely deserves the top spot. From cursed mermaids to brutal naval warfare, poetic odysseys to full-blown pirate empires, the seas are overflowing with potential. These 10 games are more than just upcoming titles. They're invitations to adventure, danger, and stories you'll never forget. So which one are you climbing aboard first?
Drop anchor in the comments, let us know, and don't forget to hit subscribe because this voyage is just getting started.